Right. Let us continue.
How do we get rid of all these despair demons?
Their source is near the bell you saw earlier. Ringing it will banish them, but we must find...
No,
who
that's
lured
fine.
them there in the first place.
Well, we'll find out when we get there, I assume. Alright, that was the correct way.
Tell me, Rook, where are you from?
I grew up in Tevinter.
Our cousins in Magecraft to the north. You must tell me about your journeys once we're above ground.
Above ground. They're just out of the necropolis. There's a chest here somewhere. Is this it? There's a chest. Oh. Not the one. Look, ah, it's in there. Alright, we need to get over there as well. Somehow. Somehow. Damn it. Sand. No, that works. Necrotic Jade. Necrosis. Plus damage with Necrosis. That's fine. I do have a Necrosis beam. So I could. But I'll need to look through my spells again. See what I can do.
Ah, here we are. This is where we'll learn who summoned these despair spirits.
But how?
You must open yourself to possibilities while in the necropolis. Would you mind lighting those braziers, Rook?
No. Is this it? No, this is a read. A home and life, birth and death, house, many mansions. Oh. Oh shit. Alright, what are we doing? Braziers. Yes, I can light them.
This
I'm a
should
mage.
unseal our final pass to the bell. It's best we unchain it quickly. Then what? The sunken star will drive away despair. Any malicious spirit that hears the tolling of the bell will be banished to the Fey.
I feel like we're gonna have a fight in here.
Malicious spirit? Unattached ones. Your own
Lights of death.
companion will be safe. Ah.
Yeah, I do think we're gonna have a fight in here. There's a couple of potions lying around, so...
Excellent. Approach the body and we'll begin.
Can I stand in the fire? Oh, I can put it out. What is this?
By seal and flame, who brought despair in our midst? Despair? Who brought it here?
Venatori.
No surprise there.
The Venatori. Of course. This way, please.
What did you just do?
The colloquial term is corpse whispering, a gift that manifested with my magic. Talking.
to corpses with magic.
Honestly, I've no idea how the other Watchers navigate the necropolis without it.
Shh. Think I hear someone.
This map is useless. We wasted 3 slaves in those traps. If that Hand of Glory burns down, so don't dawdle.
We found those Venatori.
We have no place in these halls.
let them go through.
I am empowered.
So I can trap them and then just fill up my mana. And then just do it over and over again. That's crazy. Oh, so that's all. That was a bad choice. Oh, I saw you trying to be clever. That's crazy.
Artifacts?
Raw magic. Their first emperors were obsessed with gathering power for some new masters.
I'll fill you in on them later.
New masters. Alright, so we need to break some of these crystal barriers. Somehow. Did I take damage? I don't know if I did. No. So we're going this way.
A despair spirit.
Oh, that despair spirit. I probably should have done it a bit closer. Hello, Longlong. How you doing? I'm good. How are you? I just found a broken combination, so I've been testing it out.
That's the last of them.
I see someone by the crates.
I don't think they're Venatori.
Just relaxing. I have had the day off because it is a public holiday in Melbourne.
This looks interesting.
A spirit labyrinth? I didn't know they'd learned to make miniature ones in Tevinter.
I don't know what that is. Ah, so you would have had the day off as well, assuming. Because depending on your work and such. Gone to the upper chambers to investigate a noise. With luck, it's only one of those lumbering Navaran corpses. What a sight. Throw my body to the flames like we do the rest of the civilized world.
Hello.
Get up to anything exciting? I've just been playing this all day.
They said I'd spilled the wine too many times. That I'd be a better sacrifice than slave.
You are in Navarra, sir. There are no slaves on our soil. Please remain here. After we've seen to the rest of the Venatori, I'll send for someone to escort you above.
Oh, all right.
Your first stream, so you've just started.
Those Venatori dragged that man down here just to die.
The Watchers will shelter him. We'll inquire if he has any family in Minrathous.
I
What
know
were you
people in
playing
Wrath.
Thank you. We'd welcome the assistance.
I'm not
As for the
surprised.
Venatori, What remains of them will be put to work.
I do love Monster Hunter Rise, but I haven't played in ages because, you know, it's quite old now. Did you try the Monster Hunter Wilds beta? If you're on Steam. Actually, no, I think it's available for all of them, but... Actually, no, I think it ended yesterday. But Wilds is looking fun as well. Yeah, it did end yesterday.
The
No
sunken star can
problem.
help us if we break the Venatori's
Oh.
chains.
Right.
Yeah, I did play it, and I do know that it's... I don't think the beta was very optimized well from what I heard online. A lot of people were struggling to have their computers process it. I didn't have any issues, but I recently upgraded my computer and got a new one, so... So yeah. But no, I'm looking forward to the full game when it comes out. And I'll probably be streaming it as well, if I can find... because I definitely prefer to play Monster Hunter with people rather than solo. I'm trying to convince Turbo to try it, but it's too late now. Oh, what's that shield guy? Oh, he's dead anyway. Wow. Oops. Okay, you there. Wow. It seems... True. Yeah, you may have to upgrade, or because I know Capcom did make a statement to say that the official game runs better than the beta, which is a bit of a weird thing to say. You think a beta being a smaller scale thing, they would have had that one a bit more optimized. But yeah, I do think a lot of people are going to have to upgrade for it. Yeah, I don't think her laptop is gonna be able to handle it. That is unfortunately a... Do we just fall down here? I think so. Yeah, I think it's gonna be one of those games where you kind of need a chunky PC to handle it. I think I had a... Look, before I upgraded, I had like, it was a GeForce, it was like a 980, which I think is equivalent of like an RTX 1080 or something like that. So yeah, it was on the lower end at that stage. But now I have an RTX 480. But it should suffice for a while. Yeah, that's the one I've got.
Be ready. The ritual to wake the bell will draw Despair's attention.
And any more Venatori?
I'll need you to keep them occupied while I work.
Alright, Emmerich. I'll just collect all this stuff while you do that. Yeah, I would hope so as well, but who knows?
There's the Venatori.
Okay. Well, you're trapped in there. Oh, I should have get you in there. They can. Gravity bomb.
Typical of them.
How are we doing, Emmerich?
The bell is slowly awakening, but we must fight a little longer.
Must we fight them? Alright, who else do we have to fight? Oh, there's a guy right there. There's another guy over there as well.
Hold fast.
Oh, and that guy. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna hold him though. I think it is. Well, for a bit. I'm trying. I need to lure him over to this thing so I can get them both at the same time. Okay. Oh, I got hit by fire. And more fire. What is this? Fucking Final Fantasy 14? Alright, let me get back into position. Alright, that exploded like straight away. Alright. Gotta get rid of this rage demon. I immediately jumped out of it. There we go. Okay. Don't disappear on me. Okay. Let me go here. There we go. Another enemy. Alright.
The grand necropolis shows itself.
Well, we could just kill this guy. Alright, they're done. Oh my god, that took forever.
It worked.
Pretty impressive.
Thank you. But come, let's ensure these cultists didn't leave anything dangerous behind.
Wait, it's
I'll ask our
crossplay.
attendants to gather their bodies later, of course.
So it means people on like PlayStation and I don't know if it's on coming on Xbox. You play with people on PC. I do find that difficult to believe just because Capcom isn't the best in general when it comes to, well, one, PC ports, and two, they struggle in worlds to just let people play together in the first place. So yeah, but I mean, if they're assuming it's gonna be, I see. Did it stutter or anything, or was it smooth? Was it fine? Okay, let's do this thing.
And this is a severed hand.
It can't be. A hand of glory? The Venatori should never have this. I must find out where it came from.
A hand of glory. Maybe they got it from the gods. It was fine. Well, that's good.
Let me know when you'd like to return to the chambers above.
Oh. I need to finish exploring.
Let me take one last look around.
Interesting, though. Yeah, so that's the issue that I think Capcom always struggles with, is the matchmaking. Just getting people like into the same team just seems to be a struggle. It was like that in World as well. There's just so many, and even in Arise, you do have some issues with joining other people's quests. It sometimes just pans around. It doesn't look like we can go into the other rooms yet, so let's just leave.
Shall we depart?
Let's go.
Let's get back to the lighthouse.
You can tell me why you've sought out a Fade expert on the way?
But I do like wild sort of focus area attack thingy.
I know it's a lot, but I swear we've seen the blighted elven gods ourselves.
It would explain recent Oniric disruptions.
At the least, the implications of what Rook's witnessed are... Ah, thank you, Manfred.
Tea?
No one ever brings me tea after I slog through a haunted crypt.
My assistant, Manfred. Always thoughtful.
You spoke of danger to the Fade.
The elven gods plan to tear it wide open to get to the blight, and they've already messed with it. Demons, tears in reality. Our team needs a Fade expert.
Many Watchers never depart Navara. But with events so dire...
I'd be delighted to assist.
It has been many years since you left us.
Well, yes, but elven gods, ancient magics. I couldn't bear miss this. Besides, I've spent my life exploring the Fade and speaking to spirits. If Rook needs an expert, none are better qualified than I.
Promise you'll bring Manfred.
Only if your assistant's coming.
Manfred? But of course.
Welcome aboard.
Wonderful. I'll gather my things. Come, Manfred.
Oh. It makes sounds.
The Grand Necropolis was at peace again, and Emmerich was off to a new adventure. But in Navara, nothing stays down for long. The Venatori had unearthed something no one should have, and delivered it to the worst possible person. Emmerich's journey would soon bring him face to face with the gloaming lantern.
I don't know what that is. Should I? A new missive. Alright. What is it now? Oh, mission granted. Driven despair. Ah. So we get to go back whenever we feel like it. Oh, Nev. The Venatori took full advantage of the chaos, as if the dragon was enough. I knew it would be bad, but it's gone worse than I thought. I'll need to stay here longer. You remember Templarana? Hull at the fish fry? Like from Threads? They're alive, but there are others I still need answers for. One way or another. I'll be back once I know. I wonder if that means I have to go help her with some side quests. Maybe, maybe not. Where is he staying? I see. Right, so we need to talk to those two. Well, we'll go up here. Seeing as it's a new area that wasn't unlocked until now. Laboratory.
A third edition of the Unnameable Elements? I didn't even know it had editions.
Oh, it's much improved with the index. Please, borrow it if you'd like.
I'd love to. Oh, Rook, you probably wanted to say hi. Thanks, Professor.
You look moved in?
Just a few essentials. Manfred was a great help with the boxes. What a fascinating place this lighthouse is. What do you make of it?
Better with a mage expert. That doesn't really sound like flirting, but...
I think I like it better with a necromancer in the place.
Do you?
Especially one with experience.
I must be sure to live up to expectations.
Did you get the tour yet?
Oh, I've been exploring, but I noticed a few of the others taken aback by Manfred, and I overheard remarks about my skulls. My necromancy won't cause any undue worry, will it?
We have seen weirder.
We'll be fighting weirder stuff than necromancy.
Ah, that's the hope. Please excuse me. Manfred and I should finish our inventory. Thank you for stopping by.
Just walks away. Ah, free wood. Alright, this place is a mess.
By the way, Rook, before I left, Myrna and Veilguard asked if we could assist with an outbreak of hauntings across Thedas. They also mentioned displaced wisps in the necropolis. I'm not sure what's frightened them, but it bears investigation.
Hauntings and scared wisps? Let's look into it.
Thank you. We'll depart for the necropolis whenever you're ready.
Right, quest. Alright, so exploration unlocked for that. Right, Harding wants to speak as well. Oops. Oops. Alright.
Did I see you writing a message to the Inquisition?
Oh,
What's that about?
wait, they disbanded.
You know, Varric and I were part of the Inquisition, right? I'm trying to get news about the South. But Charter hasn't replied to any of my messages. I'm trying not to worry about what's happening there, but... No, it's probably fine. Charter's just busy. She's always busy.
Charter. Who's that?
She's the Inquisition's spy master. Or she would be, if there was still an Inquisition. I suppose she just works for the Inquisitor now?
I haven't heard much about the Inquisition in years.
Oh, that's intentional. When the breach was open, we needed a large group to stop Southern Thedas from falling into chaos. It's changed in the years since. We're a smaller force working underground to keep an eye on things going on in the world.
Why isn't she here? We could use a hand.
Charter entrusted the search for Solus to Varric, to us. The world's large, and she's got many things to deal with.
So how long were you with the Inquisition? 10 years?
Something like that. Why?
You must know the Inquisitor.
Well, yeah, we worked together. I wasn't part of the Inquisitor's inner circle, though. I spent more time with the ordinary people, the ones you didn't hear about.
Inner circle?
But you did know people from the Inquisitor's inner circle, didn't you?
I knew them, sure, but those early days, all I wanted was to prove myself and not get in anyone's way. Some of them were more approachable than others. Sarah was a puppy with a new toy. 100 new toys. Fun, if you can handle the mess. She was really the only one who could make Rainier, well, Blackwall then, let down his guard. Otherwise, he kept to himself and stuck to the stables. We'd talk when I visited the horses. And there was Cole, of course.
The spirit boy?
Yep. I was just sitting on the walls one day, and he asked if he could join my game.
Like a card game?
Nah, just good old people watching. Must have seemed like a game to him somehow. We'd pick strangers out of the crowd and try to say something about them. Like, ooh, she heard the joke yesterday and she's still trying not to laugh. Or one of Cole's. His eyes remind her of the ones beneath her bed.
Who stores eyes under their bed? I'm partial to a nice wall display myself.
Well, that's one interpretation that never occurred to me. Thanks.
You're welcome. Wasn't Cole an empath? He must have been great at this game.
Ah, but the rule was you couldn't say anything you actually knew. He got it in the end. I think.
So you didn't ask him if you guessed right?
Well, being right wasn't the point. Making a habit of seeing people was. I think he liked that. It's why you don't miss.
So, tell me about these ordinary Inquisition members I haven't heard about.
The Inquisition hired hundreds, and most of them weren't Magisters or Ben Hasrith or the left hand of the Divine. There were scouts and stable hands, carpenters and cooks and quartermasters, even 2 dedicated pastry chefs. Most of them volunteered, like me. We wanted to help in whatever small way we could.
I'm sure those pastries were a great help.
My ma likes to say that sometimes the pie is for eating, and sometimes it's for crying into. It doesn't even need to be pie. Rector liked cake, and Faulkner loved soup. But food was always a comfort.
Rector? Faulkner?
Liliana gave all her agents pseudonyms.
Right, like Charter.
Well, Charter's Charter, but when the other 2 and I were together, we were just Lace, Wilbur, and Katya.
Interesting. Weird lore from 10 years later.
And the Inquisitor's advisors, what about them?
Of all of them, I'd say Josephine is my favorite. She's lovely. She still sends me a box of handmade sweets from Val Royeaux every year on my name day. Cullen and I got along too, but he was always busy. He would have bad days from lyrium withdrawal sometimes, and I would share the tea that my ma sent. He's from Ferelden too. Maybe it reminded him of home.
What about Liliana? I heard she's intense.
I think she likes to cultivate that reputation. She's not nearly as terrifying as she sounds. Oh, I passed her in the Great Hall one day, and she suddenly turned and asked me if I wanted a nug.
A nug? Those small pink rodent things? What for?
Oh, she loved them and made a hobby of breeding them as pets.
So, did you take the nug?
No! What am I gonna do with a nug?
Do you miss it? The Inquisition, I mean.
It's hard to miss an organization. They're only as good as their people, don't you think? But I do miss my friends. We write each other, but it's not the same. And the Inquisition is different from what we've built here. Not better or worse, just different. It's special when you're among people working toward the same goal.
Not everyone. There was Solus. What did you really think of him back then?
Lonely. He always seemed lonely. It's hard not to be when you hold yourself above everyone else.
He has a crusade for Serum. He's a jerk. I think that.
He might be lonely, but I doubt he cares. He's single-minded. Nothing else matters besides his crusade.
Because it's the only thing he's had. My ma used to say, a caged dog forgets there's grass outside. Anyway, I'm sure something out there's on fire, and here I am rambling about the past. I should let you go. Talk later?
I assume we're going to meet our Inquisitor, seeing as we got the chance to select what happened in Inquisition. And we get to redesign them if we wanted, and it seems silly not to bring them in. Anyone else need to chat? Sweet. What's happening over there? Valara. Are they having coffee?
Hey, Lucanus, you haven't seen a glowing crystal, have you? About this big?
This one over there.
It, might be moving around. Crawling, even.
I'll keep watch.
Alright, I guess that's not it. Okay, let's have a look. Workshop, blah 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 blah. So you can get the Dragon Slayer, but I think I'll probably do that tomorrow. That one might take too long. Yeah, I think I might call it there for the evening so I can get some dinner and stuff. Because it has been, what, how long? 6.5 hours now. Yeah, I think that's a good time.